In the not-too-distant future, an experimental attempt to harness the power of the Earth's core has unleashed a terrifying disaster: the Sludge God. This eldritch abomination has begun terraforming the region, turning soil to slime and the living into undead monstrosities. But humanity has a secret weapon: the toxic Commandos, a team of hardened mercenaries tasked with eliminating the Sludge God and its horde of minions. As one of the toxic Commandos, players will team up with up to 3 friends to battle massive hordes of mutated creatures, all powered by Saber's Swarm Engine, the technology behind World War Z, Aftermath, and the upcoming Space Marine 2. With a variety of classes to choose from, each with its own unique skills and abilities, players will need to work together to survive. Amidst the scorching heatwave and crippling economic crisis of the 1980s, Walton City, Texas, an unstoppable zombie outbreak grips the sprawling coastal metropolis, plunging it into chaos and despair. As the undead overrun the city, a desperate group of survivors emerges, seeking refuge and a glimmer of hope amidst the encroaching darkness. In Into the Dead, Our Darkest Days, you assume the role of a leader, guiding this band of survivors through the perilous streets of Walton City. Scavenge for essential resources, craft makeshift weapons, and fortify your shelter while managing the physical and psychological needs of your group. Every decision carries weight, as you strive to keep your survivors alive amidst the relentless onslaught of the zombie hordes. In the post-apocalyptic world of HopeLand, you must navigate through a treacherous environment, scavenging for resources and battling hordes of zombies to survive. As you explore the desolate landscapes, you'll encounter other survivors, forming alliances and building a community in the face of adversity. With limited supplies and constant threats, every decision you make could be the difference between life and death. HopeLand is a unique blend of survival horror and role-playing elements, offering a challenging and immersive experience. You'll need to carefully manage your resources, craft weapons and tools, and strategize your approach to each encounter. The game's open world provides plenty of room to explore, with hidden secrets and valuable resources waiting to be discovered. Blight. Survival is an upcoming medieval cooperative extraction light, set in an alternate 14th century. You and up to 3 other players will take on the role of brave warriors, tasked with venturing into the no man's land between 2 warring kingdoms to eradicate the source of the Blight, a deadly affliction that plagues the land. The game takes place in a purgatory, where a new strain of Blight has erupted from the remains of the fallen. Fed and strengthened by the blood that has been spilled, it rapidly spreads, turning man into monster. As the people bleed, paralyzed by war, they have turned to you and your kin. Armed with a variety of medieval weapons and warfare, you must battle your way through hordes of enemies, both human and monstrous, to reach the source of the Blight and destroy it. In Ill, an upcoming narrative-driven first-person survival horror game, you'll find yourself in a once-thriving town that has succumbed to a terrifying affliction, transforming its inhabitants into bloodthirsty creatures. As the lone survivor, you must navigate the desolate streets, unravel the town's dark secrets, and confront the horrifying truth behind its descent into madness. Ill promises an intense and immersive experience, featuring advanced dismemberment mechanics that allow you to strategically dismember your monstrous foes. You'll also encounter dynamic enemy behavior, forcing you to adapt your tactics to survive each encounter. Complex weapon mechanics and strategic survival and crafting systems add depth to the gameplay, ensuring a visceral and unforgettable journey into the depths of despair. Echoes of the Living is a dark classic survival horror game, inspired by the greatest hits of the 90s, focused on reimagining visual horror. Set in a small, quiet town in Europe in 1996, a mysterious fog suddenly rises upon the town in a clear night. The inhabitants have no clue of the horrors and chaos that are about to unleash. After the fog descends, the townspeople begin to fall ill and turn into monstrous creatures. As the town descends into chaos, a group of survivors must fight for their lives and uncover the truth behind the fog. Echoes of the Living features fixed cameras, limited resources, and pre-rendered backgrounds, all of which combine to create a tense and atmospheric experience. Players must scavenge for supplies, manage their inventory, and solve puzzles in order to survive. Nakwon. Last Paradise is a third-person zombie apocalypse stealth survival game set in the backdrop of a post-apocalyptic Seoul, South Korea. Players take on the role of ordinary survivors who must use their wits and resources to scavenge for food, supplies, and weapons in order to stay alive in a world overrun by zombies and other hostile survivors. The game features a unique blend of stealth, survival, and PvPvE gameplay. Players must carefully navigate the city, avoiding detection by both zombies and other players. They must also scavenge for resources such as food, water, and medical supplies, and they must be prepared to defend themselves against both zombies and other players, as there are no laws or rules in this new world. Kingdom. The Blood is an action RPG based on the popular Netflix miniseries Kingdom. It is set in a zombie-infested version of ancient Korea, and follows the story of a group of survivors who must fight for their lives against the undead hordes. Players can choose from a variety of characters to play as, each with their own unique skills and abilities. They must explore the desolate landscape, scavenge for supplies, and battle their way through hordes of zombies. The game also features a cooperative mode, allowing players to team up and take on the undead together. Kingdom. The Blood is a fast-paced and action-packed game that will keep players on the edge of their seats. With its stunning visuals, immersive gameplay, and intense story, it is sure to be a hit with fans of the Netflix series and zombie games alike. In the harrowing depths of World War II, an ominous secret lurks beneath the surface of a remote German island. Projekt Z, Beyond Order, an atmospheric first-person shooter, plunges you into a terrifying realm where the undead minions of a clandestine Nazi program wreak havoc. As a member of a resilient band of survivors, you must battle relentless hordes of Projekt Z abominations, uncover the island's chilling mysteries, and forge alliances to survive against overwhelming odds. Projekt Z, Beyond Order, promises an exhilarating blend of strategic, cooperative gameplay and intense first-person combat. With each pull of the trigger and every swing of your makeshift weapons, you'll feel the adrenaline pumping through your veins as you face the relentless onslaught of Projekt Z's monstrous creations. In the heart of a post-apocalyptic world ravaged by a deadly pandemic, No More Room in Hell 2 plunges players into an unforgiving battle for survival against relentless hordes of the undead. Cooperation and teamwork are paramount as a small group of survivors must navigate treacherous environments, scavenge for resources, and eliminate the undead threat to any hope of safety. With a focus on realism and immersion, No More Room in Hell 2 demands careful planning and strategic execution. Players must carefully manage their ammunition, health, and stamina as they face overwhelming numbers of undead enemies. Weapons handle realistically, requiring players to master their aim and recoil to effectively dispatch the undead hordes.